Well, it's that time again. I finally got the time to be able to do this video. See, my two nieces spent the night with us Sunday night, and they were basically here most of the day Monday, and I couldn't do it Tuesday for some reason. I don't remember why. Or either I just didn't get the chance to. I don't know. But anyway, that said, yeah. This is my review on last week's episode. Review. Yeah, basically this previous week's episode was Supergirl. Honestly, no, I didn't really care for it. I didn't dislike the episode, but I wasn't crazy about it either. I could take it or leave it, basically. That about sums it up. Yeah, sorry, I thought somebody was out there. I'm in my garage, if you can't tell. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I didn't really enjoy the episode a whole lot. It wasn't a bad episode, but I think my favorite scene in the episode was Green Arrow's scene in the church, where basically he was kind of talking to his parents, and about his decision that he was making and all the. Well, basically what the episode was about, though. I guess I should get into that. The episode basically had Kara, the future Supergirl, come back. To come back to Earth. This time, basically, she was Supergirl and everything but name. They were still trying to figure out a name for her. So they didn't actually use the name Supergirl, but that's basically what she is, or was, or whatever. And basically, basically the episode was about Darkseid having possessed having possessed Godfrey, the radio talk show host or whatever, and he was trying to get people to lose hope and faith, and and not only themselves but their current heroes who are already on the scene. And basically at the beginning of the episode, Clark and Lois are at this rally thing where he's talking to his followers, when this billboard ends up snaps and starts falling to the ground. Clark's about to go stop it when it suddenly stops, and it's revealed that it's Kara who stopped it. And if you watched my video Friday, then you know that in this particular scene, I already have two things I want to talk about. One is, let me just go ahead and admit to you that one is more of a personal opinion, gripe kind of thing, but that will come in a minute though. The first thing I didn't really like about this scene was the bad CGI. The CGI in that scene was not very good at all. I think I've probably have seen worse, but it could have been a lot better though. I understand this isn't like a movie budget kind of thing, but still, they could have at least tried to make it a little bit more realistic. See, the thing is with me, I have a thing against bad CGI, like the obviously fake kind. I don't know, I just have a thing against the. The second is, let me just say, from a plot point of view, I kind of understand, why she did it from like basically the plot point of view, but this is the personal opinion kind of thing, so take this with a grain of salt on how I feel. This also kind of ties into something later in the episode as well that I'll probably mention, but I hated the fact that Supergirl has basically come before Superman in this show. I just don't think Supergirl should precede Superman. With especially with revealing herself to the world. I know technically you could say, well, technically Clark's already there. He's just a blur. But no, I'm talking about Superman, not the blur. And this actually relates to something. Probably the one thing I dislike the most about Smallville, but That's for another video though. Probably, yeah. I'll probably save that for like when I talk about the series as a whole, once it's all over. But I just, and another thing I didn't like about the episode was I don't like the fact that Supergirl was teaching Superman how to fly. I mean, yes, I mean he obviously had to learn how to fly somewhere at some point, but I just don't think it should be Supergirl teaching Superman how to fly. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I just think if anybody, it should have been Jor-El. And basically, I mean, a good part of the episode was basically Kara telling Superman Clark how he has to be careful because, because of his doubt and whatnot. Darkseid could and is wanting to possess Clark, and if that happens, then Clark will become the greatest weapon Earth has ever seen under Darkseid's possession. Apparently, Darkseid can't possess anybody who's pure in spirit, and as somebody said, apparently Clark is not, but Kara is. Go figure. I mean, as somebody pointed out on IMDb, I mean, it's like, what do they expect? I mean, what do they expect? I mean, who wouldn't be, doubting and have no self-confidence when your own biological father and cousin don't believe in you, and you're being told that your own biological father basically wants nothing to do with you and has disowned you, as they were telling Clark throughout the entire episode. I mean, it's like, what did they expect? I mean, how do they expect that to build confidence? I know if my own father said, well, I don't want to have anything to do with you. You're not my son anymore, blah, blah, blah. I mean, that wouldn't exactly make me feel very confident or anything. Let's see what else happened in the episode I want to talk about. See, there was something I wanted to talk about. Dang it. I lost my train of thought. Let's see, what was it? You gotta hurry up. It's already a pretty long video. But, oh yeah, the fetish scene. Yeah, man, I know I already kind of talked about this in my previous video, but geez, man, seriously though, I never would have expected to see that in Smallville of all shows. I could see that in Supernatural, but not Smallville. Now, whether that's a good or bad thing, I'm not saying, but I mean, we're talking about like seeing like, I mean, they even poured like, they actually did some S10 stuff in the episode. I mean, they didn't just like mention it or show it at the club. I mean, they were like actually like whipping people and pouring hot wax on them and stuff. Man, I mean, that was just a random thing. Yeah. I mean, like I said, good or bad, I'm not saying, but yeah, and the Green Arrow came out with his secret identity. We'll have to see how that goes. Yeah, anyway, next week's episode looks pretty promising. Yeah, I can't remember what it was I was going to bring up, so yeah, I guess I'll just move on. Yeah, like I said, next week's episode looks kind of promising. Oh yeah, that's what it was I wanted to bring up. I didn't really care for Kara too much this episode, and for the life of me, I cannot figure out what it was that it was annoying me about her. But then somebody said something that it hit the nail on the head for me. Kara was being way too preachy without having actually done anything. I think that's what it was that was bugging me about Kara this episode. Yeah, I mean, I don't think too many people on the IMDb board for Smallville was. I don't think most of them were too happy with the episode either. I mean, I don't think it was a bad episode. It's just not one. Like I said, it's just the kind of thing I could take or leave. It wouldn't bother me one way or the other. But yeah, anyway, back to next week's episode. Basically, next week's episode is called Homecoming, and Brainiac is going to make a reappearance. This time as a good guy. And he's going to basically take Clark, through his life, his past and his future. So that'll be pretty interesting to see. Yeah. he'll actually get glimpses of himself, as the actual Superman, not the blur. So that'll be pretty cool to see. Yeah, all in all, yeah, it was okay, but not something not something I would go out of my way to see. Yeah. As a fan of the show, like I said, take it or leave it. And that's basically all I gotta say about the episode. Anyway, so if you watched this whole video, thanks for watching, and see you guys next week or Friday or whenever. Thanks for watching.